Now for more is Eric Zweig, hockey historian and author. Eric, good of you to join us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
So, Eric, talk to us about the legacy that Bobby Hull is leaving behind and the career that he really had, how he was able to mark his time on the ice.
Well, I was thinking about this. I mean, he's sort of like, if you're trying to think of contemporary players, if you almost combined um, Alex Ovechkin with Connor McDavid. I mean, he had speed that nobody had seen before. He was a powerful shot that really nobody had ever seen before. I mean, he didn't invent the slap shot. He certainly perfected it and made it an important and dangerous weapon. He was fast. He was strong. And he scored in numbers that people hadn't seen at that time.
Right, and speaking of slap shots, apparently, from my understanding, he was somebody who really championed the use of a curved blade on a hockey stick, something that you don't really think about now.
No, I mean apparently there might have been some who had tinkered with it before, but he and Stan Mikita, who we just saw briefly there, they apparently one of them broke the stick but continued using it and noticed that with the weird warp in their blade, the puck wasn't so much that they could shoot it harder, but it would do more. Uh, it would move in a way that it didn't normally. It would dip or it could take off, so it made his unbelievably hard shot that much more dangerous.
Yeah, and talk to us about the impact then you think he had on Canadian hockey because, he was playing for the Blackhawks and made his mark there, but also for the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, well, his time with the Blackhawks ends just as my time in hockey is starting. And yet I feel like he was a player I always knew because of shots like that. He was a frequent guest on Hockey Night in Canada interviews when the Blackhawks were in Toronto. Or Montreal for that matter. I mean, with only 6 teams, they were in the States, but they were playing Canadian teams a lot. And he was, I mean, there are, you've talked about some of the darker sides of his personality, but he had endless time for his fans and made people who met him come away feeling that they really had spent some time with him and that he didn't just, sign an autograph and brush them off. He always said he made time to sign autographs for everybody. I have an autograph he signed for me on my table over there. So yeah, and I don't want to sugarcoat and I don't want to say anything that, like being a great hockey player doesn't make up for being a troubled human being, but he was a great hockey player and he made time for fans in a way that, hockey players are always said to sort of be the best with their fans. And it's guys like Gordie Howe and Bobby Hull are the reason we still say that.
And Eric, just very quickly here, what did he have to say about the allegations of battery and abuse that were against him?
Well, I know he was also, there was this quote about how Hitler had some good ideas, which he said he was misquoted on. I'm not sure what he personally said about the domestic abuse charges. I mean, as you said earlier, he wasn't ever convicted on those, but I think it was because it's always hard to get convictions and people don't want to speak out, especially, I guess, if someone is a huge hockey hero. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I mean, it's a shame that it's a stain on his legacy because as a hockey player, he's certainly, one of the heads on the Mount Rushmore of hockey.
Okay, we do have to leave it there for the interest of time, but we thank you so much for yours, Eric. Eric Zweig,
Well,
hockey
thank
historian
you.
and author, joining us today on this.